Hello again. We've come today to Dover Castle because they've got a World War II experience on. So we thought we'd remind Mum of the old days. Hey?
I'll clump you.
She ain't no stranger to an Anderson shelter. But yeah, so I'm just doing a quick little introduction, and we'll pick it up when we get into the castle. So yeah, if you do come across the video and like it, you know, give us a thumbs up, give us a comment, and if you like it that much, you give us a subscription. It's all free and it's good for the channel. So we'll make our way in and pick up after we get there. They have a Spitfire here as well. Interesting stuff. I sat in one of these at Headcorn a couple of years ago now. That was good. Cost an arm and a leg and took him ages, but that was good.
Do you really want to queue up for it?
RAF car, I don't know what it is, I'm not up on old vehicles. Have a look see what it says in the back. Nope, it's an RAF car. I thought it said what it was. Jeep. Yeah, Tinkerbell's evil twin. What have we got in here? A shop. See what they got, shall we? It's just an extension of the gift shop, I think, isn't it? It's nothing specific. Yeah. I do this anyway in there, but
Snappy by being slick.
Yeah.
That's what we shall be. Because that's
very
all the
windy
things
today.
that drills should be. It should be impressive. It should be smart and dressy. And when you do it correctly, that lot will jump in the air and give you rounds of applause. They will throw their hats in the air. They will throw their babies in the air. They will be so impressed. Have a little practice now. Give them a cheer. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Now then, here's the most complicated thing so far you've learnt. We're now going to dress. Now, that doesn't mean to say you're going to put on different clothes. Thank goodness you've all come with some clothes on. That's I appreciate that, and so have I. We are going to give ourselves a tiny bit
The old
of
air raid
room.
shelters, what it looked like inside.
There we go.
oh yeah.
So how do we do
That was
that?
quite cool.
Do you remember?
I told you I decided.
I'm only joking, I'm only joking. We had to make one of these at school. Little model, sort of paper mache Anderson shelters we had to make back in the day.
The other right hand, the spare right hand, the one that, yes, that's the one. That's it. That's it. So the other hand must be the left hand.
Anderson shelter.
Now, as you have your left hand in the air, make it into a fist. This is not an excuse to punch anybody. You are now going to put your fist,
Scary times.
you are going to put your fist
Christ, I thought that thing was looking at me.
next to you. Hold that.
I remember you had one at home.
What did you use that for?
So they used to wash their clothes.
I used to do their jeans in it.
What do you think of it so far?
That's good.
Not bad, is it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
There we are, you got the easy job.
I just can't believe that they used to fit like a whole family in one of those. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think that one there's got bunk beds, I think, maybe.
Yeah, mad. Mad.
Very tight.
Wriggling this way, keeping your arm there. Give yourselves a bit
Where's the
more
rest of them?
We are pressing to the left.
It's just over there.
Open up
Oh,
our
well.
right. So we have a good bit of work. And you can do this for it in nobody can do it in
It's not quite normal,
No, it's not quite normal.
but it's definitely
It's like the one that Captain Mainwaring has in Dad's Army. That
Oh, really? I haven't seen
bunk bed. You never seen Dad's Army?
I've heard Jay's audio, but
Oh, you got to watch a bit of Dad's Army. Have to do that. I was looking at me and I thought, oh, the bloody. I thought it was real.
They never know how to.
What, that model?
Yeah. Look at it in there.
Activated Norfolk mode.
you know the rules that
Yeah. Scary times.
Yeah. Wouldn't know what to do these days if it
Oh,
happened.
Christ almighty. They wouldn't have a clue what to do.
No.
I don't need to tell you to put your hands down. Brilliant! A lot better than yesterday. Right then, I am going to call you to attention. The command for bringing you to attention is...
Yeah.
What's that?
It's lovely the effort they put into it.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit like that when they have the ghost tours here.
Yeah.
You know, they're
my
really...
friend's done one of those.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We done it last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they do put a lot of effort in.
Did you do it from overnight, like over the midnight? And
No,
like...
just like about 40-minute walk around.
Oh really? See, my friend, she came here and it was like from like 11 o'clock till 5 in the morning, and they stayed overnight, and then they like had like a psychic medium here and everything. It was like
Like a proper Most Haunted.
yeah, like literally.
And stand by your side. Now imagine that you have a tennis ball or an apple or something between the toes of your feet. Just make your feet go a little bit apart.
Someone to help you up so you can see what's going on down there.
A motorbike demonstration. So, yeah, I don't know how much we've missed or how long's left.
Right, lady, you see how it's done? Reckon you can manage that? You don't quite have the ears that Ray does. He's got to go with an attitude. Here he comes. Who here is cheering for Private Delaney? He's a handsome youngster, isn't he? He's in. One, careful, have some careful. Watch that rear end. Very easy to knock wide. Oh, he's with one as well. Oh, yes, oh, very competitive. So Payne is in the lead. We'll see if we can make it 2-2 on the tight slalom.
Bless him.
So a final run through. Can Delaney redeem himself? Will Payne stay at the top of the leaderboard? A little bit of tutelage there. Gentle words of encouragement, no doubt, from Captain Perry. Right, here comes Payne for his final race. Give him a cheer as he approaches the first bar. Come on, Payne, you can do it. Can it be a clear round? He's not made any mistakes yet whatsoever. He's in.
Yeah. Turn that into a Spitfire. Have a look in. Look at that.
If we look down the line and make sure you're in line.
I don't know, you'll sing it more.
We're now together. We like to get stuff. You seem to know a lot of detail. What's what. So when we was down the other week, room there was Monday, which I've seen before. There was more people. It's scary.
to get her hand up.
Oh, okay.
Exactly
Well,
the
we've got
same.
our ropes just round
Plane
the
goes like that, and she touches the fuselage, same thing. So, inner gloves, silk gloves, then woolen gloves, then sheepskin.
Do you reckon they're going to do a bailout over the channel? Or is that, it's got written on there, but I don't know. Will they do that over the channel? Or
Yeah, they would do, I suppose, as long as they've got a boat out there to pick them up.
I don't know if they're talking about it or if they don't know what's going to happen.
You say, yeah.
Do you see what we've got here? Can you see all right?
Can you see, Harley?
Okay, what we've got here is a map of the southeast of England, and it shows 1940, the Battle of Britain. That's a long time ago. And on these blocks here are the Royal Air Force squadrons, and it's got the numbers and the heights they've been assigned to. And over here we have the hostiles, the German Luftwaffe.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot them down.
Shoot them.
How do
That
we
big
know?
plane out there was one of the planes that they used.
Yeah. And how do we know? Well, the system we use is what's called RDF and the Observer Corps. And the RDF, as you know, as radar, looks out from the coastline outwards, so we can pick up the hostiles forming up. We've also got Observer Corps inland, so we know what the planes are. That's it. You can use that. You can use a bigger rate if you like.
Yeah.
Stop running.
Observer Corps would look for the aircraft and be able to identify and maybe able to make a better observation of the types of aircraft, which are more important than the types of bomber and types of formations that come on. All this information goes back to Stanmore in Middlesex, in London. And it's disseminated and checked to make sure it's authentic and it's correct. And then Stanmore then would send the information out to the various sectors, such as Canmere over there, to Kenley sector over here, and this is Biggin Hill sector over here. London will be separate, and 12 Group, which is north of the Thames, would pick that up as well.
Yeah.
The information that comes through is only vague, only 30 plus.
Yeah.
By the time it gets over the channel, it might have modified, they might have changed it a bit more.
Right.
So, how do we plot it? Well, the WAFs get the information from Stanmore, they get it through these headphones, and then they can plot with the coordinates that come through from Stanmore exactly where the hostile are, or were, at that particular moment. Hopefully it's quick enough for it to be relevant. How they track it is they use the sector clock and the colours on the sector clock, which is the minute, which I think is now in the red sector. Just in the red sector.
Yeah.
And they would follow it up with a red arrow. As the time went on, we'd move into the yellow sector on the clock. 5 minutes later, they might get an update on the plot. Not always 5 minutes, but around about 5 minutes. And as the plot moves on, then it's followed by a yellow arrow. And as the plot moves on further on the clock, which is between 10 past and quarter past the hour, then it's followed by a blue arrow.
Right.
So that not only gives the direction, but it also gives time as well.
And will they just restart from a red? So when it gets to like between quarter past and 20 past, they put the red back in again.
They put the red back in there.
Oh, right, okay.
However, if that information is old and there's no updates, then it's removed and they lose the plot. Literally.
Is that where you get the saying from lose the plot?
Expression where we think there's
there you go.
the expression from lost the plot. Now, as it's going across the channel there, it takes about 6 to 7 minutes for a bomber formation to go across the channel there. But it also takes 6 to 7 minutes to get a Spitfire up to operational height. Hurricane's a bit slower, it's about 9 minutes. So you've got to imagine that this is way up here, and you've got to lift your squadrons up to that height, and possibly slightly on the sun side of it, and a bit higher, yes, right. So you've got to anticipate where that's going to be in another 5 to 6 minutes time.
Oh, wow.
So again, it's a 3D game of chess, and this is just one.
Yeah, you'd have dozens at one time, wouldn't you?
5 or 6 hostiles coming across at the same time in all different directions.
Yeah.
And they might also dogleg, because we had one occasion where from the south, formation come up to Beachy Head. It followed the railway tracks from Brighton and then diverted over to Kenley and bombed Kenley at a very low altitude. So it's quite possible that it looks like it's going for London and then it'll go for an airfield.
Yeah. There's different.
Yeah. We've got a tow board up the back as well, so you can see the state of affairs. So for example, 501 Squadron, you can move them from standby to airborne, in position and enemy sighted by the controllers. And that's information you get there. So as controllers you can see that 501 Squadron might be airborne. It's obviously at 20,000 feet, but it's not quite in position yet. They've also got colours on here as well. We've got red, yellow, blue, green. Red section, yellow section, blue section, green section. Red and yellow section form flight, so that would be A flight. Blue and green section together form B flight. So you might get the whole squadron scramble, or you might just get A flight or B flight, depending on the quantity they might send up there.
Yeah.
So all the information is being projected to you, and hopefully it's all in the right time. Also got information for pilots and aircraft, so you've got 17 pilots and 15 aircraft. Haven't got many aircraft today, probably a bit of a busy day yesterday perhaps.
So what's the sort of the barrage balloon at number 5?
Barrage balloon, we can control this on a separate controller.
Okay.
That will control as the aircraft are coming in. The bombers, you might want to take them up to say 6,000 feet. The barrage balloons to make them fly higher.
Oh, so they
it might knock them off their aiming.
Yeah.
And that's very, very useful. But when your fighters are trying to fight them, you might want to bring them down to say 2,000 feet.
So they don't get in the way.
Barrage balloons, I don't know how they work. It's not just a balloon on a string and gets in the way with the string.
Right.
The idea of the barrage balloons is they're anchored down the bottom, and as the balloon is up high, then just below the balloon and just above the ground are explosive charges that should an aircraft fly into them, for example the air balloons like that, should the aircraft fly into them and snag the cable, then explosive charges go off at the top and the bottom and tangle around the wing of the aircraft, and not just the cable slows it down, but there's parachutes at either end of the cable that trail behind, and that will pull around about 3 ton of drag in there, so we'll bring down nearly any aircraft.
Yeah, that's clever stuff. Yeah, thanks for that.
Is there any questions?
No, you've summed it up pretty well, pretty nicely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I've also got, in case the our aircraft want to go and chase the Luftwaffe across the channel, we've got the air sea rescue as well, which we can call upon and say, some of our aircraft are fighting over the channel. There may be some issues.
Yeah.
The closest one may be Folkestone. Oh, we've got the Folkestone one? No, we've got the Dover and Pevensey one.
Yeah.
So we could send them out there. Eastbourne, we've got Eastbourne covering that Beachy Head area.
Yeah, that's amazing what they've done, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And as I say, we're replicating something that happened when Biggin Hill was bombed in the war and was relocated above a butcher's shop in the High Street.
Oh, right.
So it's just how it was.
Yeah.
Butcher Street butcher's shop in the High Street had a telephone junction outside the shop, so therefore they could get loads of telephone lines upstairs and and the post office done that then.
Okay.
And they didn't have to probably wait too long either, like you would nowadays.
No. About to get underway, I think now. Should be getting underway in its time.
20 to 3.
Oh.
Sabotage, detonations, all behind the Normandy beachhead. What is going on? The actual noise of the explosions in this case has also attracted the attention of a roving German patrol. They don't know what to expect. They have reports of resistance and partisan activity all across Normandy. They are rightly cautious. They need to seize this open ground, hold it, and then investigate the railway line, find out what has happened. They suspect that D-Day is upon them. They have known it would be coming for months. They just don't know where. They don't quite know when. Maybe today is that day. A young German officer in the rear of his section, as I say, is rightly cautious. He's going to scan ahead to make sure there is no danger before he connects his men. Sniper! Mission! Make fire on the house. Take that position. Get the revenge to their fallen officer. One section lays down suppressive fire. The other half section moves forward into the assault. Somewhere in that building is Michelle. Hopefully, she's got an emergency exit at the rear. Hopefully, she's not going to get bottled up in that house. They can see in the upper windows. They rush forward. They prepare a stick grenade. I hope Michelle is undercover. Incoming! Grenade! There it goes. In! Hopefully there is nothing to be found. Hopefully Michelle found an exit. All we can do is wait and see. Oh, they've got her! She's in the bag! The officer is only wounded. He wants to speak to the resistance that shot him. They're going into the bag, but the house still needs to be cleared. Go, go, go! Into the building! Bearing cleared! Yes, indeed. Building cleared. More Germans going into the bag. There might be some more prisoners from inside the building as well. Here they come. He's ugly, he's ugly.
Alright, there we are. I've just left Dover Castle. Really good day. I mean, being members, it only cost us £3.50 each, whereas if you weren't a member, it was £32. So £3.50 each. Quite pleased with that. Now I've got to find the car. I thought I was walking towards it, but it ain't mine. But yeah, it's this direction. But yeah, it was definitely worth doing. So they do it every year. So next year, if you do see the World War II experience at Dover Castle and you're in the neck of the woods, I would definitely give it some consideration. And yeah, we're wrapping the video up here once I find the car. Can you see it, anyone? I got it. I can see it. I got it. Found the car. So yes, so we're going to leave this video here, and if you've got this far and you've liked the video, hit the old thumbs up, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the day, and subscribe if you really enjoyed it, because it does help out. And yes, at that point we shall see you on the next one. Bye.